we can find out what is happening with the celebrities around the world. We will do tarot reading, we'll do medium reading. My name is Raphael. I am the world's medium, international psychic and medium from France, working all around the world. I have clients everywhere, from Los Angeles to Paris, Dubai, London. What we do on Friday is very simple. We talk about celebrities. You can actually type in your question. You can call in as well. I have a few questions already that people have asked, and then we can see what is happening with the celebrities that you care about, celebrities that you want to know more about, because there is no limit. When we look into astrology and when we look into mediumship, we can dig into the little secrets of the politicians we'll be talking tonight. So let me start the credit so you can see a bit who we are talking about tonight. So I'm going to click here and then show you the little credit for tonight. Always takes you a little while, as you know, and but it's great. I like it. I'm excited. I prepare a little video for you every week so we can see together what we will be talking about. This is Celebrity Star News. I am Raphaël Pathé, your host, international psychic and medium, and we will talk soon about all the celebrity we care about. If I press the right button, I think we will. Hello, this is Celebrity Star News every Friday at 8 p.m. LA time. You can also rewatch the show later. But if you watch right now, you can type in a question and ask what is going to happen in the life of the celebrities we'll be talking about soon. The people we'll talk about are different celebrities in the politic world. And it's always very difficult to know exactly what is going on because they hide everything. They hide it very well. But tonight, there's no secrets for anyone. I will use my different tarot decks. The one that I love to use is the Marseille Tarot. It's a French tarot that was created over 100 years ago. It's a classic. It's very good to see precisely what is happening in a person's life. So I will use the Marseille Tarot. I also have my Tsar Tarot. So it's full of gold and red. There you go. It's really, really exciting as well to do readings with this tarot. I really, really like it as well. It's gold, it's red, it's magical, it's luxurious. It's perfect for all these politicians who are hiding everything. And also I use my crystal tarot, which I like a lot. So there's a crystal on every deck. And every crystal basically has a meaning and there's a message for everyone. So what we do tonight is dig into this politician's life and see what is going on that you can see, that you want to know. I want to remind you, you can call me at the number you can see on the screen, 888-788-0099. It's a toll-free number. You can also, and then you have to type this other number, 323-304-0101, to access this meeting, and you can ask your question live. But you can also, of course, type in your question, and I can see on my little chat system what is going on. I have some questions already, and I will answer them shortly. But now, let me play this other credit where we can see who we will be talking about tonight. I prepared a little video for you so you can see what is going on. Where is my little video? There it is. Let me play it. It's fabulous. And here we go. All right, so you saw them. It's going to be really exciting tonight. As you can see, we will start with the French President Emmanuel Macron and Brigitte Macron. So I have some questions already that came in. I'm going to tell you right now what people want to know. But first, people have been wondering a little bit what has been happening in their life. They have a huge age gap. So people think, what are these two people doing together? It's a little bit strange. He's young, she's a little bit older. So there is this trend right now with singers and celebrities like Madonna, who enjoy dating younger people, but they met a long time ago. He was her student, and she left everything. She was already married, had kids, had a very normal life, bourgeois life in France, and then she left everything for him, and he finally became president. He became something quite amazing because everyone wants to become the president. Not everyone wants to become the president, but it's a very, very high position, and she's still there. This couple has been lasting for a long time. So let me put their video. I want to have their photo on the screen because so we know what we're talking about if you just join us. And also let me remind you, this is Celebrity Star News. I am Raphaël Pathé, your supernatural expert, psychic and medium, and tonight we're digging into this politician's life and trying to find out all their little dirty secrets. Here they are. So I wanted to remind you that you can type in your question on YouTube right now if you just joined the show. I am Raphaël Pathé, the world's medium, and I dig into people's life. That's what we do tonight. We want to know more about Brigitte Macron and Emmanuel Macron, see a little bit what's happening in these people's life. We see them all the time on TV. We're not sure, is that real? Are they really in love together? What is happening between them? Is this going to last? What is going on there, So I want to shuffle the cards, the Marseille Tarot, and ask the cards what is happening between them two and where this is going to lead them. And I'm going to do an individual reading for the both of them and see where they are headed in life. So let's see a little bit what they represent to each other. Is there love there? Is it a partnership, companionship? They've been together for so long. So let me see. Brigitte, this is a card for you. Emmanuel, this is a card for you. And then what is going on between the two of you. So Brigitte is here, Emmanuel is here. All right, so what I see, basically, that's interesting what I see. So Emmanuel Macron seems to be a person that's quite confused in general. So I see the Two of Swords, and it is someone who, it's very hard for him to make up his mind. There's always two voices in his mind. There's a duality, like a Gemini a little bit, but a Gemini that is not happy because he never knows. He's always in between two things. So basically, I see her as being the Two of Coins. That's how she's represented. So she brings some kind of sense of balance. I see them as two children, and she's helping him. It's like she's a little girl, he's a little boy, and together they are helping each other. They can't live without the other because they are not enough of one person. Her life is not complete on herself. He's not complete on, by himself. So they need to be together. It's almost like soulmates or twin brothers and sisters. They are always attached together. They can't be seen one without the other. This is exactly what's happening. It's like he's 50%, she's 50%. Without the other, they could not make it. She could not be who she is now. He could not be who he is. So they found each other in life on this journey. At the same time, though, what I see a lot of betrayal, between them two. There's a lot of mess happening. The Seven of Swords is here. So they are not really true to each other. There's a lot of lies going on, I have to say. But what I see in the cards, there's not problems, it's not as great as it can look, but they know that they cannot survive without the other. If she leaves him, he's not the president anymore. If he leaves her, she just becomes, Brigitte in the country doing her life or whatever. They cannot leave, they cannot be themselves one without the other. So it's almost like it's a little bit like, I would say it's almost like Donald Trump and the, what's her name? I forgot her name. Anyway, Melania Trump. There's more love between them somehow, between Melania Trump and Donald Trump. But between them two, Brigitte Macron and Emmanuel Macron, the one needs the other. Without the other, there's no presidency, there's nothing happening. So I see some betrayal. It's they're not lying to each other, I feel, on the emotional sense. They're not really true to the other, but once again, they're using each other. They need each other. One without the other cannot survive. They just cannot do it, and they're aware of it. They're not enough of one person. It's quite interesting what I see. Together, they can always reach success. So basically, each one of them is a key to success to the other one. It's quite interesting. Basically together they can go further, they can get more. They are a great team. I don't think they really love each other in the sense of a relationship or love, sex, or you name it. I see it's more a partnership. They found the perfect assistant, the perfect companionship for starting something. They're just a perfect match. So if one of them would disappear, the whole thing would fall down like a cake, that's falling on the floor. They need to be one with the other. They are necessary to each other. It's quite interesting what I see. So now I'm going to shuffle the cards a little bit and see what is happening in Brigitte Macron's life and Emmanuel Macron's life, what is happening really personally on a personal level. I'm going to do a Celtic cross for the both of them and see a little bit what I can see that is happening concretely. So let's see for Brigitte first. Let's see exactly what is happening in her life. I'm going to put some cards and see, where are you headed, my dear Brigitte? Where are you going? What is happening with you in your life? So I'm picking up some cards and see. It's very known that most of the presidents or the people on a high level have always used psychics and mediums through the times, through the ages, because of course it is not an easy job to be the president or to be the wife of the president as well. It is a very strategic position. You can't do shit, basically. You have to be a little bit careful. So I have had politicians asking me for readings because they need to know where they're headed. I will not tell you who, and it wasn't Brigitte Macron, but I had people in a high position of power like that who, just like all the politicians through times, needed really some readings and some guidance from a psychic medium, just to see where they're headed, because they're not allowed to do any mistakes, so it's very important. So I see quite good things for Brigitte Macron. At the moment, she's been facing a lot of problems through transitioning in the age, being a bit like an older woman, and she had to face that. It's been difficult. People not liking her, thinking not being nice to her. I can see the five of wands. She had to fight, to be there, to be respected. So it was difficult, but I feel she's getting there. Really, she did. Everything was against her, but she managed to really accomplish her mission. To really be seen as an example for the country, as an example around the world. So she finally managed to get a good image and to be liked, because I think the entourage of Emmanuel Macron, of the president in general, because he is a president, do not always like her in a way that she always has something to say. Also, it's an environment that is quite non-misogynist, but they're not, they feel that women are inferior sometimes. It's more about the men, so they're a little bit misogynist, actually. She managed to be accepted, to have her vision accepted by the people around her, around him. So she did a good job. I see a lot of happiness as well. She's achieving something right now. She's achieving something she's always wanted. It could be love. It's not necessarily with him, I have to say. But she's achieving love somehow. She's going to... She's achieving love. I don't think it's going to work out, but she's got some kind of happiness right now, but unfortunately it's not going to last. So there's some intense happiness right now. Something she really wanted is happening, but it is not going to last. It can't be long lasting. I would say that she's almost achieving her dream at the moment, accomplishing her dream, but the dream won't last, I would say. The other thing as well, she's scared of having to fight. She does not like to fight. Maybe she's a fighter, but she doesn't like it. She doesn't like to have people always slagging her off, putting her down, and we don't believe you, we don't want you, you're stupid, you're old. She hates that, and so she has a fear. She fears that a lot, and but I feel somehow she has a desire for power. It is someone who likes the power. She likes to be on top of the world, and she's a bit addicted to that somehow. She has a bit of an addiction to power. She's a bit addicted to him as well somehow. But she will be okay eventually. She will be able to overcome her addiction to power and be more herself and secure her self-confidence, who she is, and be in a position of power without having to have all that, everything that's around her. She will be able to accomplish, to reach a certain level where people respect her. She's happy with herself, happy with what she's accomplished on her own, and be, you know, have the power just to herself, you know, just she has the power. She could create that for her. It's not just trying. So she's going to get to a point where everything is more stable and you know, and she will be like, she will feel at the top of the world. That's what's going to happen, I feel. So then let's see what is going on in Emmanuel Macron's life. Let's see where he's headed. Next year, there's a new presidential in France. So I wanted to see, is he going to win them or is he going to be fired, you know, just like Donald Trump was this year? So let's see if Emmanuel Macron will be re-elected for a second time. Elected for a second time, so that's a re-election. So he really very much wants that. Let me see what is going to happen to him. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. I'm using the Marseille Tarot. I want to remind you, my name is Raphael. I am the world's medium, international psychic and medium. So what I do tarot readings. Cards are like an alphabet for me that, you know, help me materializing my intuition. So I put some cards on the table when I want to know more about a person. And the cards help me, you know, putting words on intuition. And what I'm doing right now, I'm doing a reading for Emmanuel Macron to see if he's going to be re-elected next year, and also to see what is happening in his life right now, you know. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So he's extremely tired, as you can imagine. At the moment, he feels really, really tired. He can't take it anymore, really tired. 10 of wands, it's like, I'm done, I'm tired, where is my vacation? I'm so tired. This is what's happening to Emmanuel Macron. He is tired, tired, tired. Please, Emmanuel Macron, take a break. You're so tired right now. He's waiting for some money, I feel. He's waiting for a lot of money to come his way. He's giving everything he could. He wants the payback. He wants the money for all the work he's been doing, and he won't get it. So I feel that somehow he's been working really hard, and for the money, it is someone who's very money-oriented. He really loves money. He wants to be extremely rich. Everything he's doing is really for the money. It's not about the ideology. It's about getting money, getting paid. Pay me, give me money. You know, he's very much that way. And he's a little bit disappointed because the money he thought he was going to receive came from a bad source. You have the hangman here, and this money was supposed to come from them, but they betrayed him. So he's been doing certain things, maybe certain investments, and he was hoping to get a very good return on investment, and he's waiting, and he's worked so hard, but he's been screwed. I'm sorry, Emmanuel Macron. What happened to you? You've worked really hard. You were hoping that everything you've done was going to bring you a lot of money, but they betrayed you. I can see the seven of swords, which means betrayal. So your investment were not in the right direction. I don't see you getting money back for your efforts. I don't. I feel people will not give you what you want. Everything you've been doing, I feel, was to get more money, to become more successful, money-wise, increase your bank account. This money status was very important, very, very important to be rich, to get money, but it is not working. I feel that you will not be rewarded financially as much as you thought you would. So this is something. You really want to be loved. It's very important for you as well to be loved, to be liked, to be admired. You really, really, really want that. This is your worry. You want to seduce. You're a real seducer. You know, I can see that. The Queen of Cups is like you want people to like you, to love you. This is your worry. You really want people, you know, to admire you, to give you love, to think you are an icon. So that's what you really want. That's really what you worry about. You're a little bit of an actor in a way, you know, and a banker as well, from what I see. So it's all about the money. It's very much about the appearance, being liked by people thinking you're an example for everyone, that you look good. Okay. And, but unfortunately, and there's very much this seduction thing with the money and seducing. There's really a profile of a banker, I can see. Banker and seducer. You are the seducer, banker, but sometimes people, maybe they seduce better than you, and then they can screw you up, you know. They can screw you, and So, I feel that there's going to be really bad news about the money for you, and you will not make the money that you thought you would. But now I want to see, and you're very, very tired. So please take a vacation. It's very important for you, Emmanuel Macron. Take a vacation. Summer is coming. Go with Brigitte. A little vacation. That will be very good for you. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You need to take a vacation because you're going to collapse terribly. I do recommend for you to take some ginger. It would be very good to drink some ginger infused in water, boiled in water. That would maybe regenerate your kidneys and your energy levels. And now let's see if you're going to be re-elected. Will Emmanuel Macron be re-elected in 2022? It's next year. So are you going to be re-elected? Let me see, my dear. Okay, so yes, no outcome. So yes, no outcome. Interesting. It feels like everything is against you. Everything is against you, right now for you to be reelected. But you will be reelected, I think. So I don't know if it's a good thing or not for France, but this is the result. The 10 of Cups is coming up. I think you will be reelected out of the blue, out of magic, out of your seduction power. I think the other people that are going to compete against you are too aggressive. And even though you don't have a good plan, but the other people are so aggressive and so horrible that are presenting themselves in comparison to you, then you will win. And so that's what I would say. So now people watching the show can watch the show again in 2022. This is my prediction. Emmanuel Macron, I think, will win the new elections for another 5 years. Is it good? Is it bad? You are the judge. But, and so I had a question I saw before. Somebody sent me an email because they didn't know how to ask on YouTube. So the question that asked me was, do Emmanuel Macron and Brigitte Macron, because they have this big age gap difference, are they having sex together, So let's find out. This is a question I had from actually somebody called Brigitte from San Francisco. So let me see, Brigitte. Let's see if they have sex together, That's a personal question. But it's very easy to see in the tarot if two people are having, sex together. So let me see, are they having sex together? Because we want to know. So is there sex happening still? No, I think there's more like hugs and cuddles and maybe little cuddles, little kiss. But I don't see it's more like hugs and affection, but there's no sex going on there from what I'm seeing at all. This is just affection, little, it's like, I was going to say it's a mother and a son, but it's more like two very good friends. I really see them as two twin brothers and sisters, I see something like that, like soulmates, best friends. And from the first moment, there was something like that, they knew. I think there was a link from a past life between the two of them. They had to meet, they had to meet together. They've known each other from before, and they needed each other. Maybe in the past life there were, I don't know, mother, daughter, no, not mother or daughter. Yeah, but it's possible, like a parent or there's something very interesting going on there, but it's not by accident that they are together. So now let's see a little bit what's happening in the next guest, if I can say, the next people that I've decided to talk about tonight. I want to remind you as well that you can type in your question on YouTube right now. This is Celebrity Star News, the show every Friday at 8 p.m. It's live, and we talk about the celebrities you want to know more about. We dig into all the secrets, and of course, you can watch the show at another time, or you can watch live and ask me your questions. You can also call me at the number that is provided under the video. So you just need to call, and then you can make some comments and ask questions, and so we can see together what you want to know, what's going to happen to these celebrities. Let's see who's coming next. All right, talking about sexy, we have Boris Johnson. So let's see a little bit. I mean, I didn't find the best photo. I mean, not that he's like a top model or anything, but the photo looks a little bit scary. It looks a bit like a vampire movie kind of thing. But, that's what I found online. And somehow, it is what it is. You can't do magic with Photoshop. So let's see a little bit what is going on with Mr. Boris Johnson, Prime Minister in England, who takes a lot of decisions for the country, basically, because he is the Prime Minister. Let's see what is going on with him and where he's headed, in the moments to come, the year to come. So I'm going to pick some cards. I'm going to do a Celtic cross and see what is happening in Mr. Boris Johnson's life. We talked a lot about him with the Brexit, the initiator of Brexit. Let's see what is going to happen to him. If you think about it, England is a little bit of a mess right now. It wasn't that way a few years ago, but since the Brexit and since all that, it became like a little bit crazy, to tell you frankly. I have personally lived in England for 5 years, and it seems it's getting worse and worse and more confusing. If you think about it politically, it's a bit of a disaster. And actually, recently, I've been trying to send a luggage in the UK, and now they ask a lot of questions, and everything's complicated. When you want to send something from England to Europe, to France. So I find that it's just a lot of problems. Is it going to be really good for England? I'm not sure that this idea of Brexit was. But anyway, Boris Johnson was very much a lead in that process. So I don't really, basically, it seems that, so he's okay, he's doing okay, I have to say. He's very much oriented on the money as well, but not like Emmanuel Macron. It's a different profile. It's a person that think, I need to make money because I don't have enough, or I didn't make the right plans. So he's not a banker, he's not the banker type of person at all. And I feel that he's playing a lot with people's emotions. I see the King of Cups. So it is someone that could easily play at, oh, I'm a victim, everything's been hard on me, there was a COVID I had to deal with. He's a bit of an actor, he's very much an actor. He likes to act and play, and he's a bit like a Trump kind of thing, So he likes to act, to play. He was a journalist anyway. He doesn't necessarily come from a political background. So he's good. He's good. He plays. He's a player. He likes to play with the opinion, the public opinion, what he says. He's a bit of an artist, if I can say, from what I see. He's more of an artist than a politician, from what I see. So I don't really like that when I see that as a president for a country, because as you remember, and everybody should remind, a president or a prime minister should be someone who is actually able to direct a country, to give a positive image of a country, not somebody who just wanted to show off, or somebody who had some kind of revenge to take on life, because maybe when they were a child, people told them, oh, you're stupid, you're ugly. And then they finally, when adulthood comes, they say, no, I'm not stupid, I'm not ugly, I am the prime minister, so shut up. That's this kind of profile, kind of person. It's dangerous sometimes to have someone like that at the head of a country, because all they do is just to try to, recuperate an image that I've never had when they grew up. So I see a lot of that going on with him. There's something I don't like about his government, the people around us. I see a total collapse. So it feels like I'm not an expert in politics, as you can probably see, but I'm an expert in psychical mediumship and, and knowing what's going to happen. This guy is about to collapse, and the people that surround him, it's like a flan, crème caramel. It's falling apart. So the people around him are falling apart. It's not a good government. It's not stable. They're going to either ditch him, or once again, I don't know the system so well, but I feel that it's going to be dissolved. The whole group is going to disappear and fall in a big hole. So I don't know if that is possible, but I see the whole thing falling in a trap, him and his government, because he has been betrayed. That's not very good. Either he has been betraying everyone, or people have betrayed him, and there's a big plan that is happening. He's going to fall in a big trap. There's a hangman as well who's next to him. So people advising him are lying to him and ready to just push him in the trap. So Boris Johnson, I think you're on the wrong path. I think you are just on the wrong path, and I think people are going to say thank you, goodbye. It's not going to last for a long time, and the job you've been doing, from what I see in the cards, is not very good. You're not the right man for the job. So from what I'm seeing, in the cards, so don't be disappointed if you lose everything, because to start with, you were not the right person for the job. So that happens. You maybe got lucky, or you knew how to talk or how to trick people. But unfortunately, I don't think that your role is going to last very long, and everything's going to collapse like a big flan. So is it maybe because Scotland is planning to leave the United Kingdom? So let me see a little bit what is going on with that, because that would not be great for you if Scotland left the United Kingdom. It's like a big chunk of the United Kingdom leaving, if they do. So let me see a little bit. Is Scotland going to decide to leave the UK and maybe get back to Europe? Because Scotland never wanted to go away from Europe. So I just want to see that, because your big idea, Boris Johnson, was definitely to apply the Brexit. So let me see if Scotland and the United Kingdom, are they going to stay together? So Scotland is on one card, the United Kingdom is represented by this other card. What is going to be the outcome? Scotland is here, United Kingdom is here. I think it's not, Scotland is not going to leave. Is not going to leave the UK. That being said, there could be a new agreement where maybe they pay less, or they give less finance, or maybe more control from them, but I don't see them leaving the United Kingdom. They're not leaving, they're staying, but not thanks to you, my dear Boris Johnson. So anyway, it was great to be able to bring a bit of light. And actually, even for me, when I'm doing this show every Friday, it's interesting to see what truly is happening in celebrities' life, in a politician's life. So that's what's happening in Boris Johnson's life. It's not great. I see that everything's going to collapse quite soon, and he's not surrounded by the right people. Moving on, we're going to talk about the next person, but let me remind you, my name is Raphaël Pathé. I am the world's medium. I have been doing readings for 30 years. I mean, doing the tarot. I lived all around the world, in Los Angeles, London, Paris. I spent some time in Dubai, in Mexico, of course, in Barcelona, in Paris, in St. Bart's. So anyway, I'm all around the world. I'm the psychic of the celebrities and the stars, but also I do readings for all kinds of people from all around the world, from every language. And every Friday at 8 p.m., I host Celebrity Star News, a show in which you can ask me questions about the celebrities you care about. And we dig a little bit into their secrets and we try to find out more about them. So now let's talk about the next person. So we got Kamala Harris. So I have to tell you frankly, the first time I saw, I don't know much about this lady. If not that she is the Vice President of America, the United States. I know nothing. I don't know much. I know it's a strong woman. You know, that's what I felt when I saw her on TV. I haven't really followed that much her program. I know a lot of people are really excited. It's a woman who's the Vice President. It's a big change from Mike Pence, who was the previous Vice President. So let's see a little bit what is happening in her. Who is she? What is she doing with her life? And what is going to happen to her? Because the presidency kind of has started like about 150 days ago. So let's see where she is, if she's doing a good job, if she's happy, if that's going to last, if she's going to leave a long-lasting impression on America with the time. So let's see what is going on with Madame Kamala Harris. So let me see. I'm doing a Celtic cross, see what is going on with her. But anyway, congratulations, being the Vice President, a woman. That's exciting. You can be proud of yourself, you know, because not everyone can achieve the same kind of achievement, if I can say. All right, it doesn't look great, I have to say. So basically, what I like about what I see around you is that your vision is very clear. And that's important. People say sometimes that whether it's the Democrats or the Republican, people don't have a clear vision. No, I mean, they say that it's complicated. There's always people against you. You can never do what you want. But I believe that when you have a clear vision, unlike Boris Johnson, who does not have a clear vision, but you, Kamala Harris, have a very, very clear vision. So it's very much clack. This is what I want to do. Clack, clack, clack. I've decided to do it that way. I don't care. I'm going to fight. I'm going to open the door, break everything. But this is my vision. This is how things should be. And it's very clear. So she's very like that, very much like that. Very good politician, basically, because she has the mind of a politician. It's all in the mind, strategy. You know, so she's the woman for the job, I could say. People like her. People, you know, I find that she's being given a special tool. She's being given, you know, she's given some kind of power, and she really wants to make something of it. People want to believe her. People want to trust her. So, you know, there's kind of a good recipe there. Good politician, people wanting to trust her, giving her some power. And so she's managing to, I find that she's managing to, I feel that she's becoming more and more likable, and she's getting people to, it's good what she's doing, because when Trump was the president, a lot of people had, you know, bad vision of the Democrats. They could not express themselves that much. So she's reversing the process, which is good, giving a new voice to the Democrats. She's out there, she's speaking out, she's doing things, and she sounds like she has a plan. She sounds like she has her shit together. Sorry for the word, but you know what I mean. So this is a good thing, you know. She's giving a good image, because I think when you're doing politics, you should be able at least to give a decent image of the political part that you know, that you represent. This is the basics, you know. You need to represent, you know, the part for that. Basically, if you work for the Democrat, you need to represent them well. If you represent, if you work for the with the Republican, you need to represent them well. This is being a politician is a job of representation. So you do that really well. So congratulations for that. That being said, there's a lot of things against you. People don't want to let you move too much. So it is challenging anyway. You know it. You don't need me to tell you that. It's a challenge for you to be able to open door. Also, there's something I don't like. You could end up being really disappointed, because there's a sense of betrayal as well. So I feel there could be some trap, some trick that people have put there. And there are some people that really don't like you. Be careful with the people you try. I mean, you know better, but actually, no, you think you know better. But maybe I know better on that. There is a real sense of danger, you know, in this world. You could be surprised from behind. It's not easy where you are at. It is not. It is unlike what you've seen before, and there are a level of tricking, trapping. Everything could fall down for you as well. But no matter what, the good part is that you were able to bring a positive vision, and you will be able to bring a positive vision to the part that you represent. And that's a great thing already, because not every politician was able to achieve something like that, but you will be able, you believe in what you do, and that's a great thing already. You're not just here for the fun, or for the pancakes, for the caviar, for the money, for whatever. At least you are the right person for the job. But there will be a lot of tricks, a lot of traps around, but you're doing your best. And I think that's a good thing already, to be able to do that. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling. So now we're going to talk about the next person, and not the least. All right, there we go. We're talking about President of the United States, Joe Biden. So he's a bit of a mystery to me in a way, because, you know, he has a certain age and you weren't sure. I mean, I knew he was going to be elected. I did predict it, actually. But, you know, he's a different energy from Trump, who was the president before. He's very different from a president like President Clinton, or, you know, he's super different from a lot of people, because he looks a little bit in the, he looks like he's in another world. You know, sometimes he looks like he just woke up from somewhere and is like, oh, hello, you know, oh, somebody's talking to me. Hello. So there's something friendly about him, but there's something that makes, and personally, there's something that makes me feel like he's in another world. He's here, but he's not exactly here. So let's see a little bit in the cards, you know, what is happening with him, and what is happening in his near future, his program, his presidency, you know, what is going on there, and what kind of future he has in there, you know, in the months to come. What is going to happen to President of the United States, Joe Biden? Very good image, you know, he looks good, he's well dressed, very different from Trump before, who was sometimes so vulgar. It's good to just to remind it, you know. Trump could be so vulgar sometimes in the way he expresses himself. Joe Biden is much more diplomatic. He looks better. There's a better vibe. But sometimes he looks like he's just smoking on marshmallow, you know, from another galaxy. So let's see a little bit what is going on with him. What is going on with you, President of the United States, Joe Biden? I want to do a Celtic cross and see what the cards want to say, and advice for you maybe. If you're watching, that would be great. I think you should. I'm not sure you are, but let's see a little bit what is happening. Let me remind you what we do. This is Friday night. We do Celebrity Star News every Friday. That's what I do at 8 p.m. I am with you. I'm not dancing in the club. I'm not at the restaurant. I am right here with you. My name is Raphael, the world's medium. I am an international psychic and medium. I have been doing tarot reading for 30 years. And every Friday, I use my mediumship gift and my psychic ability and my tarot deck to see what is happening in the life of the celebrities we love or we hate. But right now we talk about Joe Biden, President of the United States, and see a little bit what is happening in his life. I have put some cards on the table just to see more about him, to tap more into his energy and see why sometimes I get the impression that he's walking into marshmallow coming from another galaxy or dreamland. So it feels a little bit like that. So first first of all, it seems that it's a person that is quite balanced. I like that about him in a way. He's being very pushed. I feel people have been pushing him there. They're wanting him there. So there's, somebody behind pushing him. I guess it's Kamala Harris, who's been really behind him, pushing him. She has the vision, and he's kind of, he's representing her vision somehow. That's what I'm sensing. So he's moving little by little. As you can see sometimes, it's not easy for him somehow to adjust himself to this world of politics, even if he's been part of it for a long time, but it's not really easy. Sometimes it's a bit difficult for him to be in this world, to be the president. It is not an easy task for him. He finds that it's a bit hard on him. What I see, there's something not very clear. Very immediately on him, there is something that's not very clear. I see like another world, him going to another world, to another place, changing. It's about shifting. I feel that he's a little bit in another world, in a way. That's really what I'm saying. I find the world's card reversed on him. So I don't even know if he really wants to be here. He's doing it. Of course, it's a great success. Being a president of the United States, people will remember you all their lives. You will be part of, you will be in books, in history books. But it almost feels like he would want to be somewhere else. He doesn't love doing that job. He doesn't love being the president. He's doing it, but he's not in his element, I feel. He's not in his element. There's something really good though around him. There's something really healing and rebuilding, and it's almost like he's being rebuilt by doing this position. So it's good for him to be there, but sometimes it feels like he doesn't feel strong enough for it. He's always worried of being judged. It's very hard for him when people are judging him. I think he is sensitive. He's someone who's quite sensitive. That's what I'm sensing. He's not really balanced emotionally. I feel that his health has a bit of ups and downs. He loses his balance. It is possible as well when he's walking. That's why I feel sometimes it gives me the impression he's walking in marshmallow, because he doesn't have a very good physical balance. I can see him a bit like that. Not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy for him to be where he is. That's what I would say. I don't see him accomplishing great things, but I don't see him damaging anything. So Kamala Harris seems definitely to be the one with a plan behind and with a strong plan and pushing him. I feel like together, she's almost like the mom sending a child actor, and he's the child actor going to the casting. It's like, okay, you go on stage, you do this, you do that, and you don't do stupid things. And Kamala Harris is behind, and she's like, you do this, you do that. And he's like, okay, I will try, I will do this. Yeah, that's great, it feels good. So there's something like that about him that I'm sensing. He doesn't really feel he belongs there 100%, but he's doing it because people ask him to do it. And doesn't want to disappoint. It is someone who really doesn't want to disappoint people who are behind him. So there's a sense of loyalty. He's quite loyal, I'm feeling, to the people who've been behind him. But he's a bit like a child actor, even though he's not a child. But there is something that is not completely 100% stable and focused, and maybe that's why when he's walking, it feels a little bit he's coming into, oh yeah, me, oh yeah, really. Sometimes it looks a bit that way. So it's interesting. It's an interesting one, but I don't find that it's harmful, which is good. He's not a harmful person. I don't feel he has a bad agenda, which is good too, because nowadays in the world there's a lot of politicians who are just here because they have an agenda. So I think there's something candid about him as well. But with Kamala Harris behind that has a real plan, I think she can help. He can help her achieve a lot of things and get a better image of the Democrats as well, who suffered a lot when Trump was in power. And let's see a little bit. I want to see if overall, is he going to really, help America having a better image? Because, during the Trump years, America suffered, the United States suffered a very bad image in the way, because the president, Donald Trump, was saying all kinds of things in Twitter and people got offended in a lot of countries, and everything he was saying was a little bit crazy. It was a bit like a reality TV show that people were watching. The problem is everything he would say would actually have an impact on the whole world, and some of the decisions, some of the things he said did have a long-lasting impact, at least on the image people have on the United States. So let me see if Joe Biden is going to be able to get the United States out of this bad image that people are starting to have, because United States was always so popular to a lot of people. I am European, I'm from France. I remember growing up, people would be so excited about America, this big country, the land of all these opportunities. And then with Trump, we started to see immigrants being stopped at the border. We started to see all kind of horrible things, people losing their Medicare or, healthcare, a lot of poverty. And so that's kind of what appeared, and a lot of things he said about Muslims, about all kind of people. So a lot of people got really shocked and had a different image of the US and started to freak out. And so let's see if Joe Biden is going to, be able to renew that image and revamp the image of the US. So even though there's this COVID situation, which is not easy, but is he going to make it better? Is he going to make America better, or at least the image, because it's all about image? So let's see. I'm going to pick 3 cards: past, present, future. What is going to be the past, present, future of America with Joe Biden now in there? Well, no, I think he's not going to, he will not be able to, he's going to be okay while he's the president, but I feel there's going to be a real shift after he will leave, and when he's gone, I don't know. I don't feel like it's going to have a long action. It's going to be a big shift. When he's not president anymore, there's not enough power in his hands for him to completely change the vision of the country. And when he's going to be gone, it's going to be a complete new America. So he still belongs to this old America, and there will be a new America that will start when he will not be here anymore. So maybe, in 4 years, 5 years. And let me see what America will be in 4 or 5 years, because I want to see that. I'm interested when he finished his presidency. What is the future of America? And I will pick a crystal card just to see. I find it interesting. So let me see. What is the future of America? What is the next chapter? Acceptance. This is a card that comes in. So maybe I think America will have to be a little less in the appearance and trying to look like, powerful and this and that, and we are fabulous, and we have this and the glitters and the money, and maybe it's going to be a time for America to really accept the situation and try to really start to address different issues in a very open, kind, equal way. I think it's going to be a moment of equality. America is not above everything. I think people are going to start realizing that, which is a good thing, and start to accept that it's not a superpower. It is just a land made of people, of human beings, and they will have to start. Everyone will need to start speaking and be able to be free to speak, and to also be free to live. So it's going to be less about the image after him. It's going to be more about the reality of things, and accepting the role of a country, and that everyone is part of that one country, and everyone needs to be able to participate. I think it's going to be about that, rather than everyone shutting up and then, not talking, but then the image is amazing. No, it won't be as much about appearance. It's going to be a lot about what are we made of? What are we? And we are just a group of human beings. That's what it is. And most generally, I have to tell you, I feel that for the whole world. I wanted to tell you that, this message as well, I really want to give you to everyone who's watching tonight or who will be watching. I think the world is shifting right now. This whole appearance thing that we've been having all these years, I think it's changing. It's going to be more about, we are all human beings. We're all together sharing this planet. It's not about who you are, what you look like, where you belong, but it's very much about everyone is together on this planet and has to understanding that. You have to accept that we're all on the same level. And I think that's what's going to change. And all these labels, different countries, powerful countries, poor countries, stupid countries, intelligent countries, all that I think eventually is going to collapse. It's going to be a lot about, okay, we are all together. What can we do all together to sustain, the resources we have, to stop the wars? How can we just all have the power, each one of us, How can we share all that power and stop fighting and stop destroying everything and stop polluting everything, or stop putting our power into the hands of people that are doing a really poor job? So we'll see that. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. That was Celebrity Star News. I am Raphael, the world's medium, international psychic and medium. I have been working as a psychic and a medium for 30 years. So I've done the cards and I've done readings, but then I started working really officially 10 years ago. And it's a pleasure for me to be with you every Friday at 8 o'clock LA time. Next week, we'll talk about new celebrities. Meanwhile, you can still type in your question. I'll be happy to respond to them. Do not forget to join my YouTube by subscribing here, youtube.com/Raphael Psychic. It's a pleasure to have you with me. It's a pleasure to talk to you. I see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.